Look at that little guy. No tail. Now when I bought this guy, the story was they were found like that in the wild with no tail. Not 100% sure if that's a true story, but I thought they were cute, so well, thought they were different. So picked them up. He been holding his own. He been, you know, put him in. Nobody really bothered him, and he been holding his own pretty good. So happy with that. Overall, the tank been doing pretty good. You know, it's been paying a little bit more attention to it due to the fact that I had COVID, so I was in the house. So the days I wasn't feeling like shit, you know, paid a little bit more attention to it, you know, took care of it a little more, obviously because I'm in the house. But you know, I used to make a few videos because the old system, if you was to really check my Instagram page, you could see the old system did great. The only thing that I can say I think is the key to the old system was I did a lot of water change. Did a lot of water change with ESV. It looks great. I had T5 and Reef Brights. Now I'm doing some Radions, trying those out. Not 100% sold on just LEDs, but as you know, with this hobby, you know, you got to give things time. Patience is definitely important. You know, things is doing good as you can see. You know, everything is extended. The Holy Grail is, everything looks good, but obviously it's a young tank, 8-9 months, about 9 months. So you know, it's young. It's fairly young. So you know, after a year and a half, I will say, you know what? Yes, the Radions, I'm sold. If within a year and a half, 2 years, I'm not 100% sold, I will go back to T5 Reef Brights, Blue Plus, Reef Bright XHOs, and go from there. It's I got to do a lot more water changes with this system, I realized, because the fact that I had a 60 cube over there next to this system was more water volume, and I had other frag tanks in the bedroom. Now that I don't have those, I haven't gotten rid of the fish that came from those. Got rid of some of them, but not all of them. So now I believe there's a lot of fish in this system that may be a little bit too much fish for the system. So my idea of dealing with that is to do more water changes. Obviously do every week, instead of maybe 20 gallons every week, maybe 30 gallons every week, or 25 gallons every week. That will help deal with the problem I think of having too many fish. I've decided to try a calc stirrer. I got it hooked up to one of these Kimura. It's actually running right now. It just drips back there. You know, runs, puts about 150 mils, 24 times a day. And that's my starting point to see what happens. So I will do that do the water changes. There's a pH probe that sits right there in the calc stirrer. So it's American pinpoint, you can't see it, but it's a little bit above 12. The pH in the calc stirrer is a little bit above 12, and then the pH, I used to go down to 7. You know, I'm locked up. I used to go down to 7, 9, stuff like that. You know, it's staying above 8. I just want to see what happened if I could keep it up in the A2s, A3s. Just see what happens with that. So that's the experimentation on this system, but that's just to give you a little idea what's going on with the tank. As you know, broke it down, emptied it out, reset it back up, pay a little bit more attention to it, and we're going from there. So this is just a simple little update. If anybody have any questions, it's like I don't even look at the comments and all that stuff. I got to learn to do that. But if there's any advice I could give you, do your water change, test your water, you know, do your tests. Try to pick at least 2 days a week, at least 2 days a week. If you could do 3 or 4 times a week, that's great. But pick at least 2 days a week that you do some tests, watch it. Obviously, if you're testing it 2-3 weeks and everything is the same, then, you know, maybe you could do it once a week, or once this week, 2 times next week, once the next week, 2 times the other week. But until you can get it stabilized to where you're happy with whatever you're getting in the tests, I will do it at least twice a week. And, you know, feed your fish. Don't overfeed. I have a tendency to do that, overfeed and stuff, but I'm disciplined enough to know if I overfeed, I'm gonna have to do more water change. So I've had a lot of friends that have a little bit of fish, does little water changes. I've have people that have a crazy amount of fish in a small tank. For the amount of fish, not so much a small tank, but for the amount of fish, I will say it's a small tank, but they just do like 100 gallons when they do a water change. You know, these are people with 350 gallons, they do 100 gallons and all that. As you see, we picked up Achilles, one of my favorite fish. I won't say bad luck with them, but I've had other fish that didn't treat them as nicely when I got them. Then they ended up with ick, and you know, we all know that story. So try this one again. Beautiful specimen, came in. So we will do the seaweed, the pellets, and the mysid. He's picking at the rocks, as you can see, but I haven't really seen him going after the food the way how I want to. But again, he only been in there. He haven't even been in there 24 hours, so that's okay. This guy came in. This guy, the second I put him in the tank, he looked at me like I'm hungry. So that is crazy. No tail, and instantly he ate. But anyway, once again, this is the first I'm posting in probably, I can't even tell you when, over a year. So hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody doing better than me. You know, I know the news has gravitated from, you know, the COVID stuff, but it's still out there. That shit kicked my ass for a couple of days. So, you know, stay safe. It's Reisto'sReef. Like, share, comment, whatever. You know, the whole Instagram stuff. And hopefully I can continue to make these videos, you know, about the tank, the progress, and where I'm going with it now. So I'll definitely want to it's a lot of corals inside. A lot of it has to go due to the fact that I've consolidated so many tanks into one tank. So as the months go on, as you can see, we got the same thing there, same, another piece there, another piece there, another piece there. So it's just that when I broke down the other tank, I fragged up a lot of stuff, and now these are all the frags of the other system. So now I gotta start getting rid of stuff, the multiples of stuff. See, jawbreakers with babies, another baby, another one in between back there, if you could see it. So everything's been growing. Ridiculous dragon souls, OG cornbread dragon souls, the good stuff. So, you know, if anybody see this video, anything you think you may want to frag up or something, hit me up. So anyway, once again, like I say, thank you again for watching. You know, once again, stay safe, wear your mask. COVID is still out there. You know what I'm saying? God bless. Take care.